This is one of two houses. The first house was built in 1805. This one was built in 1849, and we moved here. And this was by the New Burlington Road Cemetery. Huh? Yeah. Old-fashioned grave markers. This is the Meetinghouse Shed, and the big stone here was placed there in 1905. You can kind of see how they took the wood, kind of joined it together with the slats. And we're going to check out what this little building was. A little cute well. Oh, not a well at all. Firewood storage. Pretty good. Pretty smart. Probably a traditional door, I would imagine. Cute little cabin. You can see where they stuff small rocks in between with the mortar. Pioneer School. So this basically explains that this building here was a schoolhouse that was in Harveysburg, and over here you can see where they would have hung a flag or banner and our school bell. And this may have been somebody's home at one time before that, but it was common in the 1800s for the communities, the village, once they got established, to have a schoolhouse that was financed by the community. So this is definitely would have been a well, and you can see the decoratives. You see the old hand crank here that still works. So I'm assuming that would have been a well. And you can feel the back side of it. These are just pegged in, which is really, really nice. Something very simple, something bushcrafty could have done without a problem. Then we're going to go to a really nice looking cabin. So the reality, the pioneers really didn't have it that bad as far as the way things would have looked. Great way to store dry wood. And this is the Harris Home gift shop, and this door occupies the Harrisville house for New Jasper, Paintsville Road is where it was at. This was an early 1800s log building, log cabin type deal. You can see the tin roof's been put on it. Could easily have been a stool. Been a nice little workbench. Let's see how it's geared. And I can tell you guys, that's wood gearing. How's that for a good clamp? If any of you guys know what these were used for, maybe sewing or something, let me know in the comments below. Same thing here. If you guys know, speak up. Let me know. Get some type of metal hand crank on the back. Check this one out. This one looks more like it'd be a luxury. Would have some nice chopping blocks. It's been used quite a bit. I know most of you will recognize that old style of handsaw, right? Most of us made different versions of that. This was another one that goes back to 1804. We'll back up a little bit so you guys can get this all in. And that one had a loft up top. Imagine that this was your village. Center square. You can almost imagine people's houses being around, coming into town. Village blacksmith. Well, Mr. Daniel Collette, thank you for what you've done. You and so many others. So, this is the Collette house. This guy actually was a soldier in the Revolutionary War. And at 62, he moved from Jefferson County, Virginia, out to here and bought him a 4,000 acre area. So wow. Home of a Revolutionary War veteran. Imagine that. Kind of put things in perspective, don't it? How beautiful that would have been. Paved patio area in the back. That would have been a perfect easel to sit out here and paint, wouldn't it? Although it's locked, you can pretty much see how this would open up. See how it just notched that, tacked it in place. Probably, I would think, typical fencing. Nice big large family home. So you guys can see here, there's plenty here that you can still go take a look at once this opens all back up. So maybe we end up taking another trip out here when things open up, check everything out. Crab apples are sour, but they're good. There's Sugar Shack, which means they probably got maple. An herb shop. And a nice great big bee. So this is probably something for production here. Let's see. So this house goes back to 1842. And it's got a more modern roof to it. But that's not actual siding, guys. That's painted wood. That's something I noticed when I walked up to it. That's actual wood. So you can definitely see the way the house has changed, going from the cabin into this style. Pretty neat. Now let's take a look at this little shed contraption here. Maybe a root cell or something like that. I'm sure somebody knows. Traditional wood shingles, and I have a shingle fro that you would use to help process these. Check that out. Isn't that interesting? The garden shed in the garden. That's the one thing we have not seen back here. Something completely different. Recreation of what a garden may have looked like. Scarecrow. It's interesting, some fencing there. The bushcraft type deal. Seems like they were pretty resilient. You can definitely see where bushcrafting would have came in, without a doubt. Those type of skills, you know, really didn't get lost. They used what they had, what was available. Just the same as we see here. Could have just have been easy worked creek rock. Great big bees that was by the door. We're not going to stand there and play with that. So this is another 1802. So a big difference between early 1800s and what we saw around the Civil War at time. You know, 1840s, 1860s. Big difference in how they did homes. Of course, I'm sure money had a lot to do with that too. And this would have been a nice little gathering. So you can see more traditional, modern as well. The paper's pretty bad condition, so don't know. Pretty cool though. A modern slide there. And for all you that love the old barns, there's a good one. Let's find out how long that old barn has been here.